Tom here, developer of HappyFiles. Let's have a look at what is new in HappyFiles 1.3. So this update mainly focuses on help you save even more time with HappyFiles and to improve your workflow even further. And the first feature I would like to show you is one that has been requested for a long time, and many of you guys have asked for this, which is the ability to import your media folders from other plugins such as FileBird, Wicked folders, or enhanced media library. And I'm happy to finally announce that this is now possible with HappyFiles 1.3 and is very easy to do so. Let me show you an example. So I have HappyFiles 1.3 activated. I'm now my media library, and you can see at the very top I have this little notification telling me that HappyFiles detected media folders generated by another plugin. So all I need to do is just to click this import delete plugin data button, and this brings me to my HappyFiles setting, which you can also access under settings and then HappyFiles. And you can see here under the import tab I have a total of 5 plugins. So those are the plugins HappyFiles currently allows you to import categories from, and the first one is FileBird version 4, then the abandoned enhanced media library plugin, the folders plugin by Premio, Wicked folders, and real media library by DevOwl. And I already created some folders with FileBird, and you can see here it's telling me I have 3 folders with a total of 8 attachments that have been categorized, and we can import them now into HappyFiles with one click. All I need to do is just to click this import button, and you can see now it imported 3 out of 3 folders, and it categorized all of the 8 attachments it found. And I can have a look at my media library now. You can see I now have this FileBird folder, and it has 2 subfolders. So we have a total of 3 folders that have been imported, FileBird red and yellow. And you can see here we have our 8 attachments that have been categorized. So we have 4 in here and 4 in here. And this is really all there is to import your media folders from another plugin. Once you've done with the import process, what I would recommend you, if you want to switch over to HappyFiles, is just to delete this old plugin data. In my case, the FileBird data I have. So all I need to do is just to click this delete plugin data button here on the FileBird in my case. And you can see now it tells me no folders have been found to import from FileBird. So now this data has been deleted from your database, and you're good to go to start organizing your media library with HappyFiles. Very cool feature. I hope you take advantage of it. And if you experience any issues with one of those 5 plugins, just reach out and send me an email to info@happyfiles.io. Okay, let's have a look at another improvement I made, which is once you update it to version 1.3, one thing you will realize if you have a folder with subfolders, you can see there's no longer this little arrow that we used to show on the left hand side. Instead, we have different icons here. So if a folder doesn't have any subfolders, it only shows you this folder icon. In that case, of course, here you see this little plus icon. This is an indicator for telling you that this folder has subfolders. So you just click on this icon and you can just toggle the subfolders. In my case, I have 2 subfolders here. If there would be a deeper structure, or if you rearrange in here, you can see now this icon also updates immediately, and you can open and close it just by clicking on this icon. Then another feature to improve your workflow is the ability to create multiple categories at once. So previously, if you start out with HappyFiles and you have 20 categories you want to create, you would just type in the first category name, press create, go again to create, put in another category name, press create. Now you can just plug in all of your folder names in here. You just simply comma separate them, click create once, and it generates all of the folders at once. So let me just quickly show you. I'm going to create 2 new categories. I'm just going to name them. Let's just stick to the structure here. So we have 2 color folders in here. I'm just going to name this one blue. This will be my first category. And the second one I'm going to name green. And now if I press create, you will see those two new folders popping up here right away. And you can see here. And you can create as many folders as you want if you are a HappyFiles Pro user. Next up, one thing that hopefully also saves a little bit of time. Also a big shout out to one of my users who recommended this feature via email, is the ability to keep your folder structure open when you create a new category. Like previously, if you would have this folder open here, or if we have this folder open, you create a new folder, what would happen when you create this folder? Like all of the folders would collapse. So then you need to reopen this again, and this is pretty cumbersome. Same goes for deleting categories. So now this tree also will stay intact. So let's just say I'm here in my FileBird folder and I want to delete this category. Once I delete it, it will keep all of this structure intact, and it will just select the parent category because this one obviously won't be available anymore. Let me show you. I delete this one, and you can see now it jumped to the parent category. Then one thing also to mention, we don't have those arrows anymore, and you can just toggle your subfolders by clicking the icon. Another thing to improve the workflow and the speed is that now when you sort alphabetically and you click on this, previously this actually triggered a page load. When you do this now, you can see this just updates immediately. There's no more page load required, which wasn't a big hassle before in the media library, but if you use the media model for like a featured image or gallery or an image in your posts or pages, it's pretty annoying because you might put in some content, you don't press update or save, and then you want to do a sorting of your categories, then it would try to tell you, oh, you want to refresh, but you haven't saved your content, so now this page load is no longer happening. And last up, we have a new setting, so we just go to HappyFiles settings, and then you can see if you scroll down, we have this new setting here. And what this does, like by default, if you categorize a file, put it in one folder, you drag it into another folder, it will be assigned to the new folder only. Now, of course, you can enable multiple categories. The problem is you start dragging and dropping your one file into multiple categories. What happens if you actually want to delete them? Then again, you need to go to every folder this file is categorized in, pull it out, and you might actually miss some of the folders. So now you can just enable this feature, and when you uncategorize a file and it's in multiple categories, it will be uncategorized in all of the categories. So let me just save this here. Go to media library, and let's just say we go to uncategorized. We have this item here. Let me just put this in this folder. And then I will also put it in here. So now you can see this one file is in my blue folder and also in red. So now when I want to uncategorize this, you can see now it's gone here and it's gone here. And this hopefully also saves you some time. It's optional if you want to stick to the old workflow. It really depends how you want to set things up. You can just keep this disabled, and you will just uncategorize it one folder at a time. All right, that's everything in terms of new features. I hope you enjoyed this update. There's one fix that I also applied, which is in regards to the HappyFiles gallery shortcodes parameters. Like some of them weren't working. Like some users reported that they didn't actually apply the setting properly. This is all fixed, so now all the options that you have available in the HappyFiles gallery Gutenberg block are also now working as a shortcode. All right, I hope you enjoyed this update, and talk to you in the next one.